You are now tuned in to Sophisticated State of Mind. We are your host. I am Sanayar.
And I am Miss Anarchy.
And we're going to sit, sip, and smoke, talk about anything and everything, but keep it sophisticated with a good old dick twist.
That's
right. And today we're going to talk about unpopular opinion.
One of my favorite topics.
Because we don't like shit.
Nah. I have an unpopular opinion about everything. Ask me.
Let's talk about it.
I think this is this. I think that is that. Trash. Trash.
Trash, trash, trash.
All right, let's start off with one of the easier one. What's one of your, lighter, unpopular opinions?
Let's just go with tipping.
Tipping?
Yeah,
we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
And
if you had a restaurant, you know what I'm saying, and your waiter is the greatest, filling up your drinks when you don't ask, coming by when you don't gotta look for them, it's like you top tier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you feel like tipping is based on performance, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
If your waitress is 100% there for you, is getting your drink super nice, super friendly, got your plates,
suggesting things,
whatever, even if there's a mistake, but is still very oh, I'm so sorry about that, let me go and fix that for you. Oh, you feel like they should be tipped higher as opposed to the people that feel like they're here just to work.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah, absolutely.
I agree with you in that aspect, but I also believe, because have you ever not left a tip for somebody? That was such bad service that you've not left a tip?
No, I ain't never been an a-hole like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
and
you're going to get the lowest of the low.
Yeah, so
you know
you're still, it's yeah, I'm going to tip you, but I'm only tipping you 15%.
I'm going to tip you, but you ain't getting much from
Nothing.
me. Yeah.
And I agree with that, because I feel like tipping is very important, because in a lot of places, you get paid your minimum wage, but minimum wage isn't doing shit.
Wage.
And it's below minimum wage. You're getting paid your hourly, but it's below minimum wage, because there's certain states that still do that.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that, though,
And so when you go out and
because they're expecting them to make tips.
Exactly.
Even though we have a minimum wage, they below that because they're expecting them to get tips. So I tip anyway, but if you're an asshole, and I get it, we all go through things, but some shit you gotta leave at home. You can't bring that to work.
It's a difference when it's your job.
You know what I mean?
Because for me, I work in the same, I don't work in a full service restaurant where I'm a waitress and I'm serving these people, but I do work in a place where tips are not necessarily expected, but allowed, right?
Right.
So, and that's the thing, is I never expect a tip. But when I'm making, somebody walks in and I have to make them 10 fucking sandwiches by myself. I don't have any help. I'm doing this by myself. And you pay and you walk out and you don't tip. That's when I'm like,
So you bringing it from a different perspective.
Yeah, exactly. And after a while, for me, it's one of those things where it's I know I'm expected to put on a happy face in order to get a tip. I have to be the sweetest, the nicest, the fucking work the hardest in order to get a measly fucking 15% out of you. Right. A measly couple extra bucks. And the thing that bothers me is I feel like it should be mandatory in a sense, because it's I'm doing this extra thing. I'm working. I'm doing it with a smile on my face,
but you're not being an asshole though.
No. But
your job.
But my thing is I feel like sometimes I may have cost myself a tip by being an asshole, and I don't necessarily am a straight up bitch to these people. But if you come at me and you order your food in a certain way, or you have
an asshole?
It depends on who's wearing it. I don't know. Both. It just doesn't matter, right? I feel like I actually accidentally gendered the terms. Like, it doesn't matter. But like, my thing is when I'm like, when you come up to me and you order food, and if my thing is like, I'm always like, first thing I say to you is, hey, how's it going? How you doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Let me get to know you real quick.
Biggest pet peeve is when it goes, hey, how's it going? How you doing today? Yeah, let me get a large number. 5, this, that, da. You don't acknowledge me.
Wait,
so automatically I'm
you
like,
just twisted some shit though for me.
Okay, well, sure, let me start making your sandwich. And you're just rude and you're rude and you're rude. And it gets to the point where I'm like, you know what? Like,
fuck you.
Like, I asked if you want mayonnaise on the sandwich. You're rude to me. And it's like, oh, well, I fucking,
You know what you just did? You know how on when you Uber, you can get a driver rating, but the driver can give you a rating
as well. And I feel like a lot of people,
you just changed my perspective.
Like honestly, if waitresses could actually like rate the people that went out, it would be phenomenal. Like half of these people wouldn't go out to eat because they would know that you're rude and you're disgusting and you treat your wait staff like shit.
That's crazy. Cause I when you was talking about it from that perspective, I was like listening, but I visualize shit. So I was literally visualizing you.
That's all you have to say to certain
rating the customer.
Yeah.
You know, as well as being rated yourself.
If you're genuinely nice, like you come up to me and I'm like, oh hey, how's your day going? Oh great, how's yours? I rarely get that, so I'm like, oh I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How can I help you? Like what kind of sandwich can I make you?
Really?
Like
man, I would have looked at your name tag. If you would have said that to me, I would have looked at your name tag and been like, what's up, Alicia? What's going on? How your day going?
That would have that would have made my that reaction would have made my day, because majority of the time the reactions that I get is, hey, how's your day going? Good. Let me get a number 5. Like it's just like let me get this out of the way. Hey, hi, let me get my food. And the people that actually respond back are like, oh, I'm doing great. How about yourself? Or, oh, I'm doing okay. How about you? And it's like, oh, well, thank you for actually like taking that 5 extra seconds to ask me, because now I see you as a human being. You see me as a human being, and I'm going to put better service into it. Even if I don't really mean it, like mean to, it's gonna happen because you just made me feel like decent. It's like, oh wow, you made me feel like an actual human being and not somebody that just slings fucking meat around. You know what I mean? Just makes your fucking sandwiches. And it's nice to get that feeling. And even if that person is super nice to me and I make 10 sandwiches and they don't tip me, they walk out, you have a great rest of your day. Yeah, you too. That is still a better reaction than if I had a shitty person that tipped me $10.
Yeah.
Because I had to go through and deal with that shitty ass person for a measly $10.
But that conversation makes you feel good. That $10 is just like a tip.
It's nothing. But the people that are super fucking nice and then tip you, it's like, I love them. I want them to come back every single day.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's like, it's a vice versa type of thing. It's like, yeah, you're obligated to tip in a sense, but you're also obligated to be a decent fucking person to your wait staff. Like treat your wait staff like human.
I would honestly say,
and maybe they'll treat you better, and maybe you'd want to give them a little more money. You know, it's a human decency thing when it comes to
I would honestly say that I think throughout the course of going out, we would have probably had one bad review. You know what I'm saying? Like, because listen, this place offered chicken and waffles. I ordered the chicken and waffles. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking I'm gonna have a piece of chicken on my waffle. They came back and it had it was chicken strips on my waffle. And I wanted you were looking for like a fried piece of chicken.
Yeah.
And they had chicken strips on my waffles, and I was like, I've been here several times.
That's never
and
happened.
I've never gotten chicken strips on my waffle. You know what I'm saying?
Were they out of something?
They was like, oh, this is how we do it now. And it's like, this is not what I came for.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
You know what I'm saying? So that probably would have been the only time. But other than that,
I feel like that wasn't necessarily the waitress's issue. I feel like it was the owner or manager's issue. The restaurant's issue.
You can't change it up.
Because there's certain times like for me, like I'll have somebody come in and like we've raised our prices because of COVID and everything else going up.
Yeah.
You know, all of the other prices are going up, so unfortunately we have to raise our prices a little. And it's crazy how much you pay for one sandwich. One large sandwich is like, for me, I wouldn't pay those prices. That's why I don't go out to eat at certain places. You know what I mean?
I make my sandwich at home. Player.
Exactly. And like, haha, sometimes I get my sandwich for free because my boss is like, make yourself a sandwich.
Man, but
perks of working there, right?
$10 or something. It's like, man, let me go.
No, our sandwiches are more. Like for a large 9-inch sandwich, depending on what you get, is like $15, like $20.
That's crazy.
And if you get a chip and a drink, and it is pricey, but also I don't understand why people scream at the employees about these prices or like,
you don't got nothing
wow, you guys really raised your prices like that. It's like, yeah, I know. Sorry. It's not us. It's the owner, or it's the inflation, or it's corporate. And, you know, like we're trying to keep our prices down and corporate's telling us to raise it up even more. And, you know, we're trying. And they're like, wow, that's crazy. Why would you do something like that? Or, oh, God, I guess I won't be coming here again. And it's like, well, it sucks to suck.
Do you want a sandwich now or not?
Yeah, like, white or wheat, woman, pick your choice. Like,
what the fuck does that got to do with anything?
It doesn't have anything to do with the employees that were working there. So, for instance, what you were saying is like, oh, man, I didn't get what I was expecting. That felt like it wasn't necessarily the waitress's thing. Like, for me, the one bad experience that I've had.
Like, that would have been the
your
only
one
time.
bad restaurant experience.
We never blamed the waitress or anything
because
like that.
You guys actually understand it. It's like, I know.
Yeah, I know you don't cook the food.
A disappointment.
Yeah,
so I understand the disappointment of it is because, like, because that's one of the things that I hate is, like, craving something and I'm like, oh, I want to go to this place and I really want this
so bad.
It's the only thing I want. You go to that place and you realize the item that you want is discontinued or it changed. Or it's like, $2 more or whatever it is. And it's not necessarily your waitress's issue. And like, so don't take it out on them. Don't take it out on them. You know what I mean?
No, I get you. Because we didn't take it out. We was just like, what the fuck is this?
Like, I feel like that specific thing, like if something shitty happens in your dining experience, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not, like, you get out of tipping your waitress, you know, because some people will take that as an opportunity and be like, that's well, shallow. You fucked up my chicken, so I'm not.
That's shallow. That's shallow.
Yeah, unpopular opinion. Don't be an asshole to your waitress.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. You might find a snot rocket in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you've seen
the movie. Like, I'm pretty sure some of you have seen the movie Waiting.
Of course.
You know like, you know what happens.
You can get
the number one rule is don't fuck with the people that are feeding you, that are making your food.
The people that are making your food, don't fuck.
Like, I can't help but, like, be the nice. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Can you add a little extra ranch? I'm so sorry to ask. Please, thank you.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Don't spit in it.
Well, that was.
Speaking of food.
What?
Speaking of food, I have a couple of unpopular food opinions.
Here we go.
One of my personal things is, I don't know, because I keep seeing these pickle bitches.
What? What's a pickle bitch? Explain.
It's these, not necessarily just all females, but for me, it's mostly females, right? Mostly women, and there's men too, but these people in general. I just call them bitches because pickle bitches because it's the chicks that I normally see chicks doing this, but doesn't matter. They are consistently just like, they love pickles, and for me, like, pickles isn't the best thing in the world.
But what's wrong with pickles? Because I like pickles.
It doesn't necessarily like.
What were they doing to the pickles?
Anything wrong with it.
What were they doing with the pickles?
And that's my thing. Is like, eat your stuff. Be you, enjoy your food. But when you start being weird with it and start drinking the brine of pickle juice and shit like that, that's what gets me. It's like, do you know how much salt content is in there? Like, stop. How much vinegar? How much, like, what are you drinking? Do you realize what you're doing? Yeah, I know, because this motherfucker he's a pickle bitch. You're a pickle bitch, aren't you? bitches is these weird obsessed people.
So what? I take a sip of pickle juice every now and again.
That'll drink the pickle juice out of the jar. And I'm not talking about a sip every now and then. You steal a pickle and you take a sip. I'm so quirky. No, I'm talking about the bitches that will save the pickle juice to just stick a straw in it at the end and just start sipping it. Like, that's their fucking drink of choice.
That shit might tear up your insides.
How can it not? Know. Like, how do you not get, like, you're gonna get gout. Like, stop. Like, you don't know. Like,
hey, that hurt my stomach just talking about it. I take a sip,
it.
I might take a little sip and then grab me one.
Like, I've had a pickleback before where, you shoot the whiskey and you take the pickle juice afterwards and you don't taste the whiskey, but all you taste is pickle juice. And even then, like, I'm not that big of a pickle fan.
But it works. It works, you guys.
Yes, it does. Yes, picklebacks.
If you never had a pickleback,
100%
it works. Trust me.
If you don't like the taste of, like, alcohol, your alcohol is cheap.
Yeah.
And every time you try to throw it back, you're like, ugh.
It gives you the wet mouth.
Yeah. Fucking chase it with a shot of pickle juice.
You won't taste
and thank us later. However, don't just stick a straw in your pickle juice and start sipping it, please.
With the seeds in it and all that shit.
Exactly. Fucking peppercorn shoot straight back to your throat. Like, fucking A, man. Also, shit. Another food one that I had. And I know you probably, like, you said you didn't really know what these were, but it's the same type of thing. Choco tacos. Have you had a choco taco before?
I don't think I've ever had one. I've seen them on the ice cream trucks.
Okay, you've seen them on the ice cream truck. Very popular ice cream.
I never bought one.
Anytime somebody mentions a choco taco, they fucking rave about it. Oh, I fucking love choco tacos. Oh my god, blah, 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 best ice cream ever. Blah, 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 blah. I feel like they are so overhyped and they are so trash. Like,
I mean, it's a drumstick.
It's the worst. It is.
It's a drumstick.
And it's folded in just a taco shape. So you have your drumstick waffle, you got the ice cream, and it's, topped in the fucking chocolate with the nuts on top, and it's just a little taco shape. But my thing is, for some reason, when it's in that taco shape, the waffle cone doesn't hold its waffleness, its crunchiness. Because my favorite part of a drumstick is obviously
I was about to say
the very bottom of it.
That's exactly
with all the chocolate, the little chocolate bite at the very bottom. But also, right, I love the contrast between the crunchy waffle cone and the soft ice cream.
Yeah.
I love that contrast. I love something kind of crunchy always in my food. I need texture.
You fucking getting all artsy with your food.
I think
I like the crunch.
I like
with the ice cream.
Yeah, with the softness of the ice cream and the cacao. But you know what I mean. And you may not have the words to say it, but if you like a drumstick, that's probably why you like it. It's because it's got the crunch of the waffle cone and you got that soft little ice cream at the very bottom part.
Choco Taco don't got that. It can't.
Yeah, Choco Taco doesn't have that. But not only that, their waffle cones, at least the ones I tried, were not crunchy. It didn't have the texture.
So soft.
It was soft, so it had the soft, stale, almost waffle cone. Like it tasted like stale, right? And you're just sitting there and you're like trying to eat it.
No, the waffle cone gotta be crunchy.
Exactly. That's why, in my opinion, Choco Tacos are fucking garbage. I hate them. Hate them. Hate them.
Now this is gonna be very, very disturbing, but hey, listen, it's my opinion.
Okay, speak it.
I feel like cemeteries are a waste of land. I do. That's
ultimately a fucked up thing, but
why? Why is it fucked up? Let me tell you how many families are in debt for buying a wood box.
I feel like no. Okay, what you're about to say, I'm going to probably completely agree with you because me and you are always against
tombstone.
The fucking, like, the man, right? The bigger, like, why am I paying money to put myself down in the ground?
Yeah.
Why is my family paying money to cremate me? I feel like funeral services should be free of charge, and maybe then you wouldn't feel like it's a waste of space. Because if I had
still wouldn't do that though. I wouldn't want to be buried in the fucking ground.
So are you?
Not even as a dead man. Don't fucking bury me in the ground.
I don't know what I would want to happen to my body after
cremate
I die.
me
Cremate me and throw me in the fucking ocean
and put me in a tree. shit.
Like how high? Just plant me in the fucking weed.
Yeah, man. Shit.
I'll appear and tell you your test grades.
Or keep me in the house. I can move around when you move. You know, if you like this house, boom, you get a new house. I move with you. I don't want to be buried in the ground.
One specific
I
spot.
I don't get that. Yeah.
So do you want to be like in an urn in a sense and just have to be moved
I could
around,
be in
or
urn,
do you want to be?
I could be spread on the earth somewhere, rolled up, smoked, planted in a tree, thrown in the ocean. But I do not want to put my family in debt by making them pay $10,000 for a casket, $4,000 for a plot, and $3,000 for a tombstone. That's dumb.
And
don't do it. Spend $200
and that's just
for
that
to
service.
use
You're
their
not even
furnace.
paying for like the funeral services.
Yeah. No.
So hold it.
Don't have no funeral service. You remember me as being the person that you knew alive.
You know, in my remembrance,
celebrate, but don't pay for
me,
it.
and then just fucking.
Yes, celebrate my life, but don't pay nothing for it unless you pay $200 to use their furnace to ash me. That's it.
You know, I agree in that sense because and when you said it, it originally made me laugh, but now it's making me kind of think because there's so many spots in the world that are taken over by cemeteries, like these large plots of land that could have buildings, and you know, you could fucking home the homeless, or
a lot of
having
things
other
could go to
businesses
that.
or other things that could happen.
You got fucking
with
cemeteries
that being
that's
said,
almost a mile long.
I also feel like a lot of people need a specific place to mourn somebody, right? They like when
I get that, but
when
what if
like
you
you're
move?
buried or whatever, and you know what? A lot of people go back to that cemetery to visit them,
That's
and then some
up.
people don't, and it's fucked up. Yes,
don't pay.
But I'm not saying I disagree with you. I guess I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate.
No, I get that.
You know?
I understand it.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like why, even if my family was rich, I would still be like, do not pay for that.
Don't put me in a spot with the rest of the family. Yeah.
I would not be. Listen, I'm telling you right now, if I die, I'm not going to be happy if y'all put me in a fucking box.
You're going to haunt us?
Man. Don't put me in no fucking box, buried under the... Don't pay for that. That's a waste of money. In my opinion, that is a complete waste of money. Absolutely. Let somebody else do that, but don't do that for me. Do not put me in no box. Do not bury me. Do not buy no tombstone. Do not get them people your money for me. Now, everybody else, you can do what you want. But for me, pay the $200. By that time, it'll be like $500. Pay your $500 and have them crispy me up and put me wherever you want me to be.
Crispy me up.
You know what I'm saying?
Throw me in the smoker.
I just, me being who I am, I cannot see my family paying that money, even if we had it.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't want you to do
there's
that.
So much more. Like, there's other things that money could go to better, be in remembrance of you.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that you can do with your ashes, right? So I pay you a couple $100 to get cremated, and then I can go and turn you into a fucking diamond, and I can wear you around my neck constantly.
Not just that.
Not only that, but
be
put
multiple
your ashes.
Things.
Yeah, exactly. But not you because you only need like a small
everybody can have a piece
but
of
like
me.
Everybody can have a little diamond, or
I
everybody
can be spread around the world.
Have a little like necklace, or
there could be a diamond.
Yeah,
I could be so many
like
things.
Your ashes could be put into a record.
Yes.
And pressed into your favorite
I could
song,
be smoked so you can get my brilliant intelligence. Like all of this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, I think it's a waste of money. I'm sorry. But the people who like it, I that's cool. But for me, I refuse to allow my family to pay all that money just to put me in a place I know I wouldn't want to be.
Absolutely.
I want to be free. Even when I'm a spirit in my spirit form, I still want to be free. You know what I mean? I don't want to be placed in a box, and I don't want to be buried. Why would you pay for something that's going to rot?
Exactly.
Why would you pay for dirt to be moved and put back? Why would you pay for something to identify who you are when everybody know who you are?
It's not to identify who, but more of like where, right? Where you rest.
Oh, hold up. We got a caller.
Hey.
We got a caller on the line. Who's this on the line?
Hello, this is the homie Bishop.
Hey.
Oh, shit. We got the homie Bishop on the line. What's going on, Bishop?
How you doing?
What's going on? You got an unpopular opinion you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what unpopular opinion means. But if you want to talk about that, let's talk about avocado toast.
Avocado toast? Are you not a fan?
What the hell? It's just avocado on some toast. It's not that big of a deal. It's just avocado on toast. Like, I don't get it. It's like a boring ass breakfast.
You know what? I agree. I feel like it's too overhyped.
Yeah, I actually agree too, because I could eat my avocado with a spoon.
It looks aesthetically pleasing. I like the way it looks, and it's like, oh, cute little Instagram picture. But once you eat it, that's all it is fucking avocado and toast with some little chili flakes. That's it.
That's all it is. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what it's all about. Just coming out and just expressing yourself and say, you know what? All of y'all like this shit, but guess what? I don't.
Trash.
Fuck you. That's what this show is all about.
It's a fruit on toast at the end of the day.
Right? Yeah, no doubt. That's exactly what it is.
People eat
banana bread. Yeah, it's true, but it ain't the same as avocado on toast.
No, you're absolutely right.
I could eat that avocado with a spoon. Yeah. Straight up. I don't need no bread with my shit.
Toast,
you know what I mean?
Also.
I like mine with chips.
You got another one?
Tortilla chips.
No, that one just was weighing heavy on my heart. I need to get
that. Weighing heavy on my heart.
Whoa, shit. Well, you know what? We definitely appreciate that. And for y'all that don't know, we actually got some music coming up from the homie Bishop later on the show. So, Bishop, my man, as always, you know we appreciate and love you, brother.
Thank you so much for calling in.
No problem. Y'all have a good one.
You too, brother. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
All right.
You know what?
that was nice. But hey, I agree.
He pulled up a valid point.
Yeah, he sure did.
It was weighing heavy on his heart, and he needed to let it out. And you know what? Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God he did.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. You don't need no motherfucking toast to eat no avocado.
No, absolutely not. I prefer to eat mine with tortilla chips, but it has to have some tomato and cilantro.
When it's ripe, I like to just pop that seed out, bring a little salt and pepper on that sucker, and eat it right out of the fucking thing.
See, I agree with you too, but I feel like a lot of the time, avocado is just overhyped in general.
It avocado is, but it's like a superfruit, though. That's
California
the thing.
food, right? And it is a superfood. It is good fats for you. It's healthy. Blah 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 blah. But it's also, if you eat too much, kind of like eggs. Good cholesterol, bad cholesterol.
Oh, hold up. Let's see. We got another caller.
Overhyped.
It's sophisticated. Who's on the line?
Hi, my name is David.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, how you doing, David? What's going on, man? You got some unpopular opinion you want to get off your chest right now?
I am all about unpopular opinions.
Oh, let's do this.
Things we can talk about.
Dig in.
Let's go. We got David on the line.
Well, first of all, I wanted to start, as I'm making this list, I'm noticing how close unpopular opinions can be to a conspiracy theory.
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, if you think about it, saying something enough and then dismissing the science behind it, then it goes into a whole other realm of fake news and
conspiracy theory
spread. So yeah,
you know what they did? You know what they did with conspiracy theory? They did the same thing they did to woke. Woke was something that we cherished for being enlightened by something, and they took that and took it and put it into a political term. So now conspiracy theory is watered down when a lot of people don't even understand conspiracy theory was made up by the government itself, because when it couldn't answer questions, when the government people could not answer questions that the public was asking, they decided to come up with conspiracy theory so the public can actually give themselves the answer, which is it real or is it not? Is it true or is it not?
I agree with that. See, I agree. I think anytime like something is labeled for like mass consumption, like a term conspiracy theories, that's so people can then just start adding on and piling on and distracting
Oh yeah,
real things. So I mean,
absolutely.
yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, and that's believable because the people is doing the research.
But finish what you were gonna say. What were you
Go ahead, David.
Oh no, you said people doing research. I just imagined air quotes as you said research.
No. No air quotes.
We may
but
not
I
have
just
done it,
feel
but it was
like
there.
the people that respond, it's like aliens, right? So a lot of people be like, "Oh, I don't believe in aliens," but I always be like, if I'm in California, you in Texas, you in New York, we all saw the same thing, but I ain't never been to Texas or New York. You ain't never been to California or Texas, and you ain't never been to New York or California, and we all saw the same thing. Something must be happening. So it's not such a conspiracy theory. It's just that 60 of us saw us and 1 million motherfuckers didn't. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, when we're talking about aliens, though, I'd like to go a little further than just, the space between California and Texas, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, okay, let's go.
You need to reach at least Albuquerque.
Infinite universe. I mean, for us to actually think that we're the only, like, spark of life in such a God, you can't even
preach
how big the universe is.
Preach.
So because it shows how egotistical we are as humans to assume that we have to be the only life form.
Absolutely.
That's egotistical.
It makes no sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
100%.
egotistical and just complete ignorant. Because to me,
yes, absolutely.
If you sit up
ignorance
here,
or blindness, like you just don't want to even consider the thought of it. It's like no, that's too big of me to think of. That's too far of a thought for me. So I'm just gonna pretend like it doesn't exist.
Let me ask you this. Listen, think about this. Think about this question I'm about to ask. How can you think aliens couldn't exist? Do you see the animals that are on this planet and we just accept?
I 100% agree with you.
Have you ever seen a hippopotamus? Have you? An alligator? An alligator. Come on. You can't tell me that can't be reptilian? It is.
That's a reptile.
South Park episode right there.
You know what I'm saying?
South Park episode where they find out that Earth is like a reality TV show and it's all these alien species that they just threw on one.
And you sitting up here saying aliens don't exist. Explain a dog to me, okay? And a different species of dog. Explain that. I'm serious. Come on, man. They just appeared, right?
To another, it's just evolution of the areas that they're bred in. I mean, we have the long-haired dogs in the colder areas, and we have the short-haired dogs in the hotter areas. I mean, that makes sense to me.
But you making my case. He's making my case because what I'm saying is, ain't no human create no dog. So where did that dog come from, along with the alligator and the hippopotamus?
Evolution?
No, I'm not talking evolution. I'm talking like something else had to make this happen.
This goes back to our conspiracy theory way back.
I subscribe to the theory that like just random chances make everything eventually. Like I don't need a face or a god or an alien overlord or anything for it to make sense to me.
Right.
I've studied enough biology to see that just weird things collide and unique things happen. But because we're also talking about a petri dish that is infinitely big, so our area is that all this stuff happened, but there's got to be some other area somewhere else in the universe. I would assume.
Yeah.
Something similar or worse or better or whatever.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If all of this is here on this planet, how can you not think something else ain't out there? I mean, it's crazy.
I agree.
What we have here.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if we have this, then what's to say that there's not?
You can believe in the hippopotamus, but you won't believe in no alien.
You're
crazy.
Humanoid form on something.
But we also have people. We also have people that are willing to argue things that have been scientifically proven time and time again the science is in your face, and you're just like, no, I don't believe that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
world's still flat.
I can understand.
Nope, there's an edge to it.
Yeah.
Something more conceptual like
If we walk to the end, we'll fall off.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, this is already way deeper than the beginning of my list started, but
Well, give us another one.
That's what you call it.
Yeah, that's what's up. Give us another one. What you got?
let's go with something a little more benign. Like, I think In-N-Out is completely overrated as a fast food franchise.
You know what?
How dare you?
Their burgers are amazing. I like their burgers. I hate their French fries. Their French fries are trash.
Thank you.
Their French fries, yes, I agree.
I've gotten into so many arguments with people over this that, like, the French fries don't matter. I'm like, it's a fast food place.
No,
The
French fries
do
matter. Yes.
I do.
Everybody look forward to
right,
the fries.
fries.
I got it right here. My last one right here. It says, French fries are a meal alone. I don't care what you say, okay? Unpopular opinion.
Fries, meal.
Unpopular opinion.
Chili
French
cheese
fries,
meal.
somebody need to just make a fry joint that only sell fries in different type of ways. That's it.
Well, okay, but it's the different type of ways you're selling it that makes the meal. Like, if you want to turn it into Irish nachos,
yes,
the chili fries, yes, that
It's
would be a
poutine
meal.
now.
But I still think a French fry by itself, it needs something else to be a meal.
but let me tell you something. In-N-Out fries, you take them outside one time and put them in the car. You think they nice and crispy, and they cold.
You have
and
all
disgusting.
of 2.7 seconds to eat those motherfuckers before they go stale, before they get cold.
Eat yours while you driving home.
The only time In-N-Out French fries are acceptable is when it's animal style, and even then,
cold, they still nasty.
All you eat is the toppings off of it and the free
and the
fries that are
cheese and
stuck
all that.
together with it, and you're done.
Yeah, because they get cold so fast.
Trash.
I'm sorry. When it comes to fries, man, McDonald's is holding it down. I mean,
McDonald's is good, but one of my top tier
hole
French
in the
fries,
wall burger joints.
hole in the wall burger joints that have the steak fries.
Del Taco.
But I was just gonna say, Del Taco has the number one fucking.
They got
French
the crinkle fries if they cook them right. They got to
Absolutely.
cook them crispy.
Yeah, if they're soggy, but if they keep them in the fryer
If
just
they-
a half a second longer,
just let them get crispy.
Fucking
Perfect.
solid.
With the crinkle cut,
Yeah.
Ooh, yes, yes.
And that's
With
what I'm
just the
saying.
right amount
That's
of
why I'm
salt.
saying In-N-Out is trash right there. Because when I'm on the other coast, I am craving Del Taco. I don't give a shit about In-N-Out. I come back home to California, and the first place I go is Del Taco.
You know what's
Fuck
funny
yeah.
is that's what my friend did. She lived in Texas, and she was like, "You know what I miss out here?" And I was like, "What? In-N-Out?" And she's like, "No, I have an In-N-Out here. Fuck In-N-Out. I miss Del Taco. I miss the fact that I can't get their chili cheese fries anymore."
Yeah.
I can't
How
get
come?
their
Wait,
burrito with
why
green
is
sauce.
Del Taco everywhere? We only got it? That is
I
sad.
think it's like
California,
it's like a West Coast thing.
Damn, they missing out. They don't know nothing about the Double Dale, the Taco Del Carbone.
Even their macho nachos.
I have a friend who moved to Philadelphia, and that's the first text she gave me was, "Oh my God, there's no fucking Del Tacos out here."
Oh, shit.
I would have been so disappointed as soon as I realized. I would have been like, find another place.
That's for us.
All right, you want me to give you guys another one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell
We
yeah.
need more. We need
All
more.
right.
Let's go.
Johnny Depp is not a good actor. He was just the first cosplayer.
Who?
Johnny Depp, not a good actor. He's
Wow.
just an overrated cosplayer.
So
Ooh.
are you speaking
That-
of Edward Scissorhands? Or are we talking about Pirates of the Caribbean?
This is what I'm saying. Well, I'm saying whatever costume he dresses up, he lets the costume do his acting for him. And
Wow.
this is my proof. Think of
Wow.
a role where he hasn't had a costume or some outrageous outfit. Either you can't think of it, or it's just not memorable.
Blow.
He was in another one where he
Cry
was in
Baby.
a suit.
But he had the greaser, like 50s-esque.
See, he just reminds me of somebody who gets so into the character through his costume, and that's, to me, that's not a good actor. Like, that's no. I don't know, Joaquin Phoenix. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay, I gotta play.
See-
Hold on, I gotta play
See,
devil advocate
The one
real
that I
quick.
don't like, the one that bothers me the most is the one that played the fucking
Who, Iron
the
Man?
newest, not the newest Joker, because that was Joaquin Phoenix,
Joaquin
but the one
Phoenix.
before that, the 30 Seconds to Mars singer. Why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Oh, the dude who played. He was with Harley Quinn.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a trash actor in my opinion. Can't stand him.
He is, but he's also willing to try things. And while I don't think it's worked for him that often, there have been one or two occasions that I don't quote me because I can't think of them right now, but I do remember thinking in certain aspects he was good in things.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna play devil
I don't know.
advocate real quick. You said
Okay.
that Johnny Depp, right? He basically lets the costume turn him into who he needs to be.
Yeah, does the acting for him.
But I hate to break it to you, but every actress you ever see on film is in a costume. So you got to give me a little bit more than
there's
that.
a certain extent to what he's saying, because
I understand what he's saying, but I mean,
I get
Will
what you're
Smith
trying to
did
say.
a bunch of movies, and his worst was Wild Wild West.
yes.
But it wasn't because of the costume. It was
No,
the
it's just
content
because
of
he's
the
a
movie.
shit actor.
But if you go to
You look
any
at
other
interview with
film,
Will Smith right there, though.
Wait, one more time?
You look at any interview with Will Smith, and he does some really good acting. That he's in a good marriage.
Yes, true.
So
He
and
does have
so
acting
his
skills.
acting goes beyond the screen.
yes,
He's wearing the Will Smith costume.
yes, yes, and
There
he
you
wears
go.
it well.
Yes, it fits him perfectly. Yeah.
What I'm saying is not to say that he's a good actor. What I'm saying is there's a lot of good actors who are in those costumes too.
Okay, let me rephrase it then, because the way I'm seeing it more is it's not that Johnny Depp can't act. Obviously he can because he gets roles.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is
I can
that
act.
people seem to put him to a higher level and thinking he's a better actor because they're blinded by these characters he creates with these costumes.
Absolutely,
No,
I agree.
I kind of agree with you
I
there,
agree.
because
I agree with them
anytime
there. Yes.
Johnny Depp is put in a movie, everybody's like, "Oh my god!" Just because it's Johnny Depp, kind of like
Exactly.
it's just like an overhyped actor or actress. Like for me personally, I feel like what's her face, Jennifer something.
You.
God, she did
Jennifer
Hunger
Lopez.
Games.
Oh, Lawrence.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence. I
Yeah.
can't stand her. I feel like she's faking being quirky.
I get that feeling too, but I also feel
But I
like
don't
so
put her
long
on the pedestal
she
like
doesn't
that.
know who she is beyond that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of actors. Well, she might not be one of them, but even like Robert Downey Jr., right?
Mhm.
Or other actors, like just because he is who he is, or they are who they
Yeah,
are,
it's
they
different.
push him forward, and it's like it doesn't matter what you do, you're just incredible because
Yeah.
you're fucking Johnny
That
Depp,
and
and you're this and you're
that's
that.
why I agree with him. I
So
agree with you, David, because I do
alright,
think
but also
there's certain actors that are top tier to me, like really
Mm-hmm.
really top tier, and then there's like top tier actors. I think Will Smith is a top tier actor, but would I put him in my top 5? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Johnny Depp is only a top tier actor because of who he is,
Mhm.
not his acting. I agree with you 100%. His acting is not the reason he's that top tier, you know what I mean, actor. And I wouldn't even put Johnny Depp in the Will Smith place. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith is top tier to me because of the things he can do as an actor. I have not yet to see Johnny Depp change these characters in a way that Will Smith has, right? And that's just Will
But he's
Smith.
also in such a comfortable place. He's not really like encouraged to do so.
Right,
Exactly.
right,
His career
right,
just comes at him. There's no challenging him at this point.
right. You know what I mean? So it's people like that. One of my favorite actors, and even though I'm ashamed to say this now, was Kevin Spacey.
Okay.
Kevin Spacey was one of my favorite actors because he can make you think one thing and completely change that shit within a film.
Yeah.
Not like become multiple characters, but he did that in a film and just had me believing what he was portraying to be
Yeah.
and he was completely something else. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? When somebody can do that, man, that's crazy.
Well, the same thing with like.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this, because this is something I struggle with. So you mentioned Kevin Spacey, and obviously you're saying you hesitate to even say that because of all of the stuff that
The
has gone
hoopla,
down with him
yeah.
and his- yeah. So how much can you separate an artist from his work, like the actual person behind the art?
Oh, I can
Like,
do
does it
that.
ruin the
I
art
can
for
do
you?
that.
It
Yeah.
depends. I feel like
Yeah.
there's a connection between like depending on how bad there's what that person does or what they're being like in a quote unquote canceled for, right? Like there's certain things
Like
where
Kanye.
it's like,
But I give you an even better example. Like R. Kelly. That man is musically gifted, but who he was in real life, I don't like that.
no.
You know what I mean?
But there's
But he
certain
was
things
so
what he's trying to
talented
say,
as
like he's trying to ask is what's like what kind of like specific artist taint it to a part where like I can no longer play this person's music or deal with this person because they're just too trash of a human being.
A line they can cross?
Yeah. Because,
Yeah.
like even with like Christian Bale is a great method actor, but because he's a method actor, there's certain things where people are like, he's doing too much. He's such an asshole. I don't fucking like him.
Yeah.
He's a trash person, but what
I've
he
heard that about
creates
Tom Cruise.
is these incredible fucking pieces.
Right.
Of, you know, and it's art in a sense. And I feel like in order to be an artist, you have like to do well to be an artist, you have to be a fucked up person.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
You know, like a lot of artists, you know, they aren't really liked. Like they're not good people,
and that's
but they
real.
produce and create amazing things, and it just I feel like it kind of just depends on what that artist does in a sense. Like okay, that can be semi like forgivable, and it's different depending like what's forgivable for you may not be forgivable for me, and vice versa. But it just kind of depends on what it is, and if you're able to separate it.
But
you know?
and that's I can do that. Like I said, R. Kelly is a fantastic artist. He's a genius. But what he did is just like, will I stop listening to his music?
He's one of the artists where if I do listen to his music, I'm like, it's kind of tainted for me.
Yeah.
And
for me, I can listen to his music, but I haven't. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, I'll always be like, I got daughters, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's some weird shit to me. You know what I mean? But I completely understand what he's saying because I can completely separate certain things to a certain point. But I also like film. Like there's Kevin Spacey was
to be a different person. You're being paid to portray a character.
Right. And to me, I love film.
Separating yourself to become that character. So I can like this character without liking you.
No. See, that's my issue.
That even more. Instead of Kevin Spacey, let's go to Roman Polanski, who is a director. I mean, he's still shaping the feel of the film, but he's not directly performing in it. But yet he raped a child.
Harvey Weinstein.
It's the same thing.
Harvey
Weinstein. It's kind of the same thing that he's saying. But Roman Polanski, he created all of these amazing.
On the fly, though.
Yeah, all these amazing fucking films, and well, I don't want to speak for you, but what were you trying to say?
Oh no, you're right on the same thing. Like I mean, Rosemary's Baby is still one of the greatest freaking horror films of all time.
Absolutely.
And does it affect you knowing that this guy was, while he was doing this film, he was essentially gaslighting this child into a relationship, manipulating this young child, and then as he gets caught, he flees to France, and where he's been living ever since, so he doesn't go to jail.
Yeah. See, like there's certain.
I couldn't do it.
There's certain things where it's like, like I say, it depends on what that person really does, and when you think about it, and when you're watching that movie, it's kind of like I can't watch that movie without thinking about this happening. So in a sense, it's tainted to me. Like I just recently saw a video today, and it was about the kid that played in The Little Rascals, the guy that was Alfalfa, right? He was just talking about how. As he was doing his scenes, blah, 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 and during the movie, 2 people sexually assaulted him on that movie. People that were higher ups in the film industry assaulted him, and a couple other people the kids that were working in that movie. And yeah, and it sucks. And a lot of people might not have known that, but also goes to show is now anytime I watch that movie, all I'm seeing is this little kid's pain. And I'm not necessarily, like that's where it's tainted for me because I fucking loved that movie. Yeah. I will still forever quote the "Dear Darla, I hate your sneak." You know,
I used to watch that shit growing up as a kid. I used to watch that shit growing up as a kid. So when they turned that into a movie,
and
I was
the same thing with the Sandlot, and it's the same thing with the Goonies and Corey Feldman and all of that other shit. And
I was gonna bring up the other. Which Corey was in?
Corey Feldman. He was the one that wants to produce the entire.
No, which one passed away? It was 2 Corey.
That's not Corey Feldman. That's the other one.
Corey Haim.
Corey Haim was the other one.
Yeah,
and I was gonna bring him up because of what happened to him as a child, and it caused him to, commit suicide.
But now, whenever you watch those movies, you're like, I want to love the nostalgia that it brings me, but I also wish I still had that innocence of not knowing.
When you see his face, you instantly think of it, even though. Yeah. I love the movies he was in. Like, who don't fucking like Lost Boys?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you see his face, all you think about was what he said. He was molested as a kid and it fucked with him his whole life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like some shit. I told you my 2 things is people that mess with children and people that rape women. I just can't tolerate that. You know what I mean?
So
like
one level above that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So say you are liking the art of this person and you're promoting it on your Instagram or whatever, and then all you're getting now is hate from other people because they are linking you to what this person did, and now you're representing this person's art, and he was a child molester or he was
that sounds like the Kyrie Irving situation where he posted something that was on Netflix and they jumped on him and said he was anti-Semitic when all he did was say, "Hey, I want to make people aware of this. This shit is on Netflix." You know what I mean? And he got suspended.
But that goes with the same thing. Is like when you do that, and then people are attacking you for liking this person. It's like you can separate art from artist, but it just there's a certain line. It just depends on what that artist does.
That's his thing. Is where do we draw the line?
You as a person. Like if you're okay with this, and you're okay with in a sense, knowing that you could be representing this, and if you're okay with that, then fucking post it by all means. But if you're not, and the repercussions of posting this art, because it's like, oh, I know this artist, I know what this artist has done, but I'm gonna regardless post it anyways because I like their work.
Yeah.
Then it's like you're kind of, you know what
shitting
you're doing.
On that, other people.
What you're doing.
Yeah.
And then there's other people
I wouldn't post nothing.
That don't know what the artist has done, just sees a picture, fucking likes it, and repost it, and then they get fucking hit with the hate, and they're like, "Did you know that this person's this and that and this that?" And it's like, no, whoa, shit, okay, well, I guess
I had no idea.
Now.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, too late. You've been canceled.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what the thing?
And then you have to post an apology video with no makeup on and a hair
That's a part of the problem.
One single tear down my.
A part of the problem is people can't separate it.
Yes.
And that's why we have this issue.
Yeah.
Because I could look at Kevin Spacey, because to me, when I watch film, it is art.
Yes.
Absolutely. I don't see him as Kevin Spacey. I see him as that character
that he's portraying. Yes.
And that person. What was the one where the dude that was married to what's the Tomb Raider chick?
Brad Pitt.
The chick.
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
You said
not Brad Pitt.
Too,
not Brad Pitt. Before Brad Pitt.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton, when he played the retarded man, made me become a huge fan because he portrayed the character so well. I was locked into the character. That's where I go with film, because I love film so much. I'm not even concentrating on who's portraying the character. I'm locked into these characters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So do you think we go too far then with cancel culture and bringing in these politics beyond the art then?
I kind of think we do.
In a sense, yes.
Because at a certain point, you got to allow people to be who they are and be different. And a lot of people don't understand, to be an artist, you have a different mind. Your mind is different. I've seen so many comedians, stand-up comedians, get up and be like, I love you guys for coming out for me, but you guys don't understand how sad and how depressed most of us are.
Look at Robin Williams.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
You guys don't know how depressed, but we come out every night and make you laugh.
Even Jim Carrey, like, for me, he's one of my, like, favorite actors and comedians because he's just so fucking funny. But the shit that he says
is brilliant.
That he does is, like, you can tell it comes from a hurt fucking soul.
Right.
Oh, dude. I love Jim Carrey as an actor, but I absolutely love him as an artist. Have you seen his art, his paintings and stuff that he's evolved into?
No, I haven't.
He has. Oh my god, he is one of just the greatest freaking just all around artists. Period. Now, I introduced Jim Carrey to my grandmother as an artist before she went and saw Dumb and Dumber. So I mean, she knew him as the painter before she knew him as the guy who talked out of his ass.
That's funny. I need to look up some of his work because he will forever be the dude that popped out of a hippo's ass for me, or
For me,
which is not a bad thing because he was the only one doing it and he did it fantastic.
Oh, he's amazing. He was the one that kind of paved the way for those type of comedies, like slapstick kind of comedies, but he made it funny because of the actor that he is. Like,
for me,
half the shit that he's done.
He's so stupid, it's smart genre. I like
exactly, and that's what I love about it.
For me, it was Fire Marshal Bill and Vera DeMilo.
Oh, I
love that. To me, that was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen before. And every time they did their sketch comedy on In Living Color, I would be looking for Jim Carrey.
Yes.
And I hate it when they would go through a whole episode and he wasn't in none of the sketches. I would fucking hate it. But that's where it started. So from that point, anything that I saw Jim Carrey in, I knew he was gonna make me laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was locked in.
That type of person. But with that being said, like with or to be a great artist, there has to be pain within.
Yeah. Yeah.
And certain shit that happens. That
I
doesn't
truly believe
necessarily
that.
skip the part where
you did some
I
fucking
feel
shit.
like when it comes to like certain like movie directors and people like that or producers, all you're doing is putting money in.
No, but you still, if you nasty, you still
to be a director,
deserve it too.
You do have to have you have to be like visually artistic and put some shit together, and that's why directors are considered artists and stuff. But when it comes to like producers and stuff, I feel like a lot of the time
they just throw the money.
You're just preying on throwing in your money fish hook and just seeing who takes the bait, and it's like, you want to be a little child actor now? Okay, only if I get to touch you,
Yeah.
And it's certain shit like that. That's why I feel like Hollywood is overrated and fucking weird, and don't put your children into
don't
the
knock
industry.
that, because there's some directors that just need people to just give them money so they can do whatever they want, and they want the producer to not have like any say as to what's going in there. Just give me your money and step back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A lot of producing, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and a lot of the producers are fine with it because they're gonna, I'll get my money back eventually. I don't know, I'll get it 10 times full. That's fine as long as you send a couple of people into my trailer when I'm done. I know there's agreements there. I'm just saying, I feel like Hollywood's fucking weird.
Hey, listen. One of the reasons why I love System of a Down so much is because they talk about that shit. They talk about how fucked up Hollywood is. And how fucked up the people are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, how many people we know that just turned to cocaine? You know what I mean? Or OD. You know what I mean? There was some skeletons in the closet because they had to get there. And they got there, but there was some consequences to getting there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, nah, I'm cool. I'll let you guys, I'll make my money over here and not worry about fame. You know what I mean? Because being famous, there's some shit that come with that.
Absolutely, you have the spotlight on you.
But I mean more than that.
I'd
It's
much
just,
rather if I had a choice between famous or just rich, I'd much rather just take the just rich,
yeah,
like the
yeah.
billionaire.
Even if you told me, hey,
Aspect.
listen, you can have the life you have right now, be rich or famous. I take the life I have right. I don't want to be famous.
No,
I don't. I do not want to be famous
I feel like
at
the
all.
people that want to be famous are very insecure.
Know
and
me, but don't
very,
know me.
You know, need that sort of attention-seeking, like narcissism. Like, pay attention to me. I need to.
Yeah, I just
I feel
want to.
like every actor or actress has a complex there. There's my own
Only thing I want to do is be free, like for real free, not America type free. I'm talking about real free. That's all I want. Other than that, no, I don't want to be famous. I don't want a lot of people knowing me. All I want is freedom. I don't want to go to your job, make you millions of dollars while I make thousands of dollars. I don't want to do that no more. I don't. I want to sit. I want to do what it's supposed to do. I want to sit and watch my children grow. I want to eat berries and fruit, and I want to just relax.
I want to eat berries. I want to be fed grapes.
I'm saying like life is supposed to be an experience.
The life of a bear.
Yeah.
Life is supposed to. Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
I want to hibernate.
Life is supposed to be an experience,
Hibernate, have kids, and eat some berries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I want in my life.
Yeah.
For
That's
the
it.
bare necessities.
Shoot, man. I mean, it's just too much. Like, we not supposed to be doing what we doing right now. I truly believe that. I don't.
I 100% agree with you.
You're absolutely right, and that could be another unpopular opinion. Is just that we've constructed this weird social dynamic that is like
rat race bullshit is just that bullshit.
No,
like,
man, you're supposed to be living life and having experiences.
I'm not supposed to be living a 9 to 5. Like, that's what I'm living for is for the fucking weekend, and even then I can't do anything.
They fucked it up.
What the fuck is a credit score? What is it?
We're not supposed to be on no kind of time like that.
We're not.
We're not supposed to be on no time.
No 9
We're not supposed to know what time it is. We're not supposed to know all that.
Money shouldn't even be a concept. What is it? It's a piece of fucking paper.
We're supposed to experience life here. That's it.